Hello, boxing world. This is your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live recapping Manny Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas. What did you think? Did it go the way you thought? Whatever you thought, let me know. Comment below. But before I get to recapping the fight and some thoughts that I had, let's just talk about Top Rank. I mean, they put on their own event, their own pay-per-view. This could be game-changing going forward, especially with HBO and Showtime, and the big boys in boxing decide to say, you know what, I don't need to cut no more of that pay-per-view money with you. I can just put it on my own show, and even if it doesn't do the super high numbers, I'm not cutting under my paycheck. All right, so let's talk about who was calling the fight. All right, I think they still took maybe a slight handbook off of, what HBO do and Showtime do, which is typically have it from a boxer perspective and then someone else that's very knowledgeable of the sport. We got Max Kellerman, who does very well with HBO. Who did they get for Max Kellerman? They got Stephen A. Smith. All right, and you got Roy Jones Jr., who calls a fight, and what did they do here? You got Tim Bradley. So they kind of took a little bit of the cookie cutter mode. The same with the Top Rank girls that was there as well. Overall, I thought the event in a whole, it looked pretty good. They did a very good job. I still want to see how this will affect the cable companies going forward. This brings us to the fight. Manny Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas. Before the fight, I remember they was interviewing Tim Bradley, and he said a lot of the things that I said in my two posts leading up to this fight on the timing, the speed, and all those other things. Out of the, the 130 views I got, I kind of feel Tim Bradley might have been one of them because he took a lot of words right out of my mouth. But, overall, I was satisfied with the fight. Now, let's get to it. All right, round one, we're both looking at, is Manny Pacquiao going to come out blazing from the saddle? Is Jessie Vargas going to be reckless? Is he going to box? And for the most part, I thought Jessie Vargas went out there to box. I thought he did a pretty good job of trying to keep that distance. The one thing I would have liked to saw a little bit more from Jessie Vargas is jabs. He didn't really throw a whole lot of meaningful jabs. He was doing more of this, I guess, I don't know if it's feigning or whatever it is, but he really didn't throw a lot of meaningful jabs because every time Manny Pacquiao, he does his head movement, which it makes you hard to really hit because somebody is doing this, the head level is changing, and like I said, you never know which one of those he's going to come in blazing saddles and try to take you out. And Jessie didn't throw a lot of meaningful jabs. And every time Manny Pacquiao does that, he's eating ground. He's eating ground. He's eating ground. And next thing you know, a red flag goes off in his head, and he's up on top of you. So let's get to the second round. I watched a lot of fights with my brother, and Manny Pacquiao lands a really big counter left hand. Instantly, Jessie Vargas goes down. All right. So when they showed the replay and they were showing how it hit, and I was telling my brother, I said, listen, my brother thought I was just jocking Manny Pacquiao, but the thing is, I don't try to hate on any fighter. If I don't like you or do like you, I still respect your skills. That's what it is. And one of Manny Pacquiao's greatest skill set is his speed. And I told my brother, I said, listen, I said, Jessie never even saw that punch coming. Before he knew it, he was just smacking with it. I said, remember when Manny Pacquiao called Floyd Mayweather and they slowed it down? And you can see Floyd Mayweather see it, but he just can't get out the way before that left hand hits. Well, with this Jessie Vargas, you don't even see Jessie flinch before he get hit. Jessie throws a jab, and all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao comes with that left hand, and it's instantly hit, boom. So it's a really good shot, and kind of, since he didn't see it, it was I wouldn't call it a complete flash knockdown, but definitely a combination of it, because he never saw it, and Manny Pacquiao does throw with thunder that has bad intention to do mass destruction. So Jessie Vargas, he survives it, all right? And it brings it to the fourth round. Some things I started like seeing from Jessie Vargas, he started landing that right hand, and he was landing it very well. Some bad things that was coming out from Manny Pacquiao that reminded me of the Juan Manuel Marquez. He was leaping in there a lot of times. He was really leaping. And then sometimes he would go all out, and then sometimes he saw a pot shot in his left hand. Basically, he wasn't throwing all of it into it. He was throw it left hand and he'll move. Throw it left hand and move. But I must say, as the fight went on, I think Jessie Vargas did better. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao, he wasn't going to outbox Manny Pacquiao to me. I thought the speed would definitely be a factor. I thought Jessie Vargas needed to do more timing. He was able to time Manny Pacquiao through that fight. He did have some success. There was times that I saw Manny Pacquiao. Looks like he was slowing down. His drugs were dropping. I was telling my brother, looks like Manny's getting a little tired. And then out of nowhere, you see the old Manny, basically, his clapping gloves, like you see his feet, get the moving. That's when I guess he's charging up, he's going, I guess he's trying to go Super Saiyan 1 on him. So now we're at the 8th round. As I'm watching this round, I see Jessie Vargas there. And one of the things I consistently was thinking was that this guy is fighting like a champion. He's not winning. Doesn't like he's going to win. He did have a chance if Manny, kept leaping in there like he was sometimes, like really shooting in there, that he can catch him with that big right hand and set Manny Pacquiao down. But the one thing I thought was that he fought like a champion. He took this loss. I don't think his stock dropped that much because he did, the way he fought, he did go the distance. And he fight against the likes of like a Manny Pacquiao, or if he fought against the likes of a Floyd Mayweather. Now, if he'd have fought, I don't know, let's say somebody a little bit lesser than those guys, then his stock may have dropped a little bit more. But either way, he did lose his belt. Manny Pacquiao is the new champion. All right, so before I get to the interview phase, like I said, he is the champion. Some things I think Manny Pacquiao, even doing a success, a win, he needs to work on is not leaving in so much. Because when he normally jumps in there, he's all the way in, which means he makes it hard for you to counter him with a right hand because he's normally right in your face. When you start facing smaller boxers, what they can do is take a half a step back and shoot an uppercut, and that will be something that can neutralize him jumping all the way in your personal space and not just jumping in just enough to get off his shots and not smother you. But let's get to the interview. We got Stephen A. Smith, not Max Kellerman, doing his best impression of Max Kellerman. It seemed like they were really trying to get Manny Pacquiao to call out who he's going to fight next. Manny Pacquiao pretty much stuck to his gun. For most of his career, he's been like that. Besides the Floyd Mayweather fight, as the negotiation got later, where he was calling out Floyd Mayweather, he pretty much just leaving up to his promoting team. You have Floyd Mayweather in attendance. Floyd Mayweather at a top ranked event. I never would have saw that coming. I guess the word was that Manny Pacquiao invited him. When I initially saw him, I thought he may have been there to support Jessie Vargas because he was at one time a fighter in his stable. So who would you rather see Manny Pacquiao fight next? All right, obviously people talking about Floyd Mayweather, people talking about Terrence Crawford. For top rank, Terrence Crawford would make less money off top, but may make more business sense in the future, because if Terrence Crawford can defeat Manny Pacquiao, it'd be like their fighter, their old champion, passing the baton to the new champion who's young, who can hold on to it for a while. Fighting Floyd Mayweather in a rematch would make more business sense now. Massive money now, but basically you just lost. There's no really passing it on to somebody in your stable. Now, to compare Manny Pacquiao to other welterweights, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, and so on. I think he can give any one of those welterweights problems. I also see any one of those welterweights like a Keith Thurman, who has more power, I believe, than Jessie Vargas, Sean Porter, who has a pretty good smothering, Kell Brook, Terrence Crawford, who's not a welterweight, but if Manny Pacquiao would have went to 140, which he did say that would be a better way for him, would definitely give him more problems. I would like to see a Terrence Crawford matchup, because if Terrence Crawford turns southpaw, Manny Pacquiao is known for having, probably his best weapon is a solid straight left hand. Well, if Terrence Crawford turns southpaw, it'll kind of take that left hand away more than if you're fighting an orthodox fighter. Like if you're an orthodox fighter like myself, the best weapon, one of my best weapons is against a southpaw. I trick you to set it up. but I throw that right hand down the pipe because, I line myself up. And that just brought me to another thing, another small detail in this fight. I know it's past it, but let's go back to it. You want this good stuff, I want to give it to you. I think Manny Pacquiao won the footing war. If you go back and watch the fight, I only watched it once, but I think I've seen it enough to know that when you fight a orthodox and a southpaw in the ring, it's the battle of who has the lead foot on the outside. And I think Manny Pacquiao did a better job. That's why when he was stepping here, and we'll just, look like this is my left hand when it's my right, and he's having a position, basically he has the outside angle. His right hand is already lined up with Jessie Vargas' face, and when he tilts this way, all he has to do is boom, and it connects. All right, so that's just a small little detail. Look, I get very detailed with this stuff. I'm a fighter, I'm a trainer, and I like to give it to you raw and uncut. My issue is I need to be more consistent, and guys, I am going to work on that, building up what's plays in the sports. I appreciate anyone that watched this video. Definitely like if you do subscribe, thumbs up, and share. I will keep feeding this to you until you obese and love it. But that's my time here. Find that subscribe button, put some loving on it. Take care.